Hi everyone, today is Saturday, April 6, 2013. What I have here are two power of compost heap. This one here, this new material here, paper, shred paper, cardboard, some green vegetables, even some lining coffee filter here that I got here. The cardboard, everything in here. Coconut husk, almost everything is in here. So I pretty much dig it out from this pile here. So this pile is in here, was here for probably 8 months or longer since I moved in this house in July. I probably started this pile here about 2 months later after that, maybe in September. So as you can see, majority material here is already broken down, maybe I would say 70%. Okay, so there's still a lot of unbroken down, like little twigs and stuff like that. They're a little harder to break down. The woody material is a little harder. The leafy greens shouldn't take that long. Probably 1 week, 2 weeks they'll break down. And here, look at here. I can still recognize this. This is probably some coconut husk here. So I have some here. Look at it, pineapple. Okay, this is pretty soft. Corn cobs. I have everything in here. Now I don't turn my compost heap very often because I'm kind of lazy. There's an advantage to that and there's a disadvantage to that. If you don't turn your compost heap, then the material will take a little bit longer to break down, and you might end up creating what they call it anaerobic, compost, and that could be a problem. But I think for me, from my experience, that's not a problem, because when I don't turn my compost, guess what? The worms actually move in here and help break down some of the material. Okay, so let's see if I can find some worm for you here. So even though I don't turn them, the wet worms, the garden worms, will actually move in here and break down some of the material for me, and turn this compost is very fertile, including the worm casting. Look at this. This is excellent soil here. Oh, look at, I still have an avocado seeds in here. Well, once I dig up the compost, the worm actually, look, here you go, look at, can you see that? Here you go, see? So, but anyway, eventually everything will be broken down. I add everything in here from my kitchen except for meat, cooked meat and raw meat. Well, in nature everything will be decomposed as long as it's organic. But if you're going to compost in your backyard, you don't want to put too much, you don't want to put meat, because that will attract vermin and other critters like rodents and stuff like that come to your yard. So I definitely avoid some of the meat material. Okay. Other than that, everything goes in here. Even my cereal, if I eat cereal, bread, whatever, I just dump them in here. And once in a while, I'll probably add some water. So when I start this new heap here, I will add a lot of vegetable in here. Grass clippings, and then I will actually add the water. Oh, wait a minute. Let me pause it real quick. I think you see a lizard here. Can you guys see that? Look at that. I just love lizard, and they're gonna have a feast in here. There's all this little insect in here that the lizard will actually gotta go at it. Look at that. So anyway, also I will pull up some of the weaver here and add to this newly heaped here. Okay, the weeds are actually very, very high in nitrogen. They actually pull up a lot of nitrogen, and I can add to the compost to mix with a lot of carbon material here, which is the papers and the cardboards. Okay, I believe that every backyard gardener should have a compost heap. You don't want to waste all your material, and you don't want to throw all of them away into the trash. And once you put in the compost pile, leave them. If you don't want to turn them, who cares? Just leave them. Eventually, they all will break down into the soil, and it will go back into your garden. And it will make your soil fertile each year, every year. Look at that. Here comes Mr. Lizard again. Look at that. It's not shying at all. Look at this. Let me see if I can get a closer shot. See that? Look. Is that wonderful? Look at it. He's hunting a lot of insects. I love lizard, and I would leave all the lizard around my garden so they can catch a lot of insects for me. Okay, so that's my latest update on my compost heap, and let me get back to work and continue to mix some of this stuff up. Alright, thank you for watching, and see you later, Mr. Lizard. Look at this, how close I get. Look at 4 inches away from him.